Alarm bells are ringing in Chicande after officials detected radiation levels a staggering 875,000 times higher than normal, sparking an urgent investigation into a potential public health emergency. Police in Pondok Aren are investigating a disturbing kidnapping case after a couple allegedly held 3 men hostage inside their home, with the discovery of an official police vehicle at the scene deepening the mystery. A violent confrontation between an alleged loan shark and residents in Bandung Barat has turned fatal, sending shockwaves through the community and raising urgent concerns about the dangers of predatory lending. Good evening and thank you for joining us. Tonight, a staggering discovery of radioactive contamination has put an entire community on edge in Chicande. In Pondok Aren, police are unraveling a bizarre kidnapping plot with a troubling connection to law enforcement. And a fatal confrontation in Bandung Barat highlights the devastating consequences of illegal lending. These stories and more are straight ahead. This is What's Up Today with Joy Lasmita Siregar. Alarm bells are ringing tonight over a public health emergency in Chicande, Banten. Officials have detected radiation levels a staggering 875,000 times higher than normal, sparking an urgent investigation into the surge and the potential danger to residents.
The shocking discovery was made by Indonesian Nuclear Energy Agency during what began as routine environmental monitoring. The readings they found, however, were anything but routine, flagging a clear and present danger to public health. The contamination has sent a wave of anxiety through the local community. Residents now face fears of long-term health risks, including cancer and radiation sickness, as well as the potential contamination of local water sources and the agricultural food chain. Health officials and environmental scientists are now on the ground, working against the clock to assess the full scale of the contamination and map out the affected area. The government has promised swift action to identify the source, but pressing questions remain. How long has this contamination gone undetected, and how many people may have already been exposed? The priority now is to contain the site and provide clear, actionable information to a community that is understandably demanding answers and assurances of their safety. From Chicande, the Media Publikasi News team reporting for WhatsApp News.
Let's be clear about what's at stake. Radiation at these levels is a silent but serious threat. The authorities have 3 critical tasks ahead of them. First, they must identify the source, whether it's improperly disposed industrial waste or something else entirely. Second, they need to contain it and begin the complex process of decontamination. And third, communication is key. They must provide transparent and continuous updates to the public on safety measures and health screenings. This is a situation that requires precision and speed. For the residents of Chicande, this is now a race against time. As authorities work to contain the invisible threat, the true extent of the danger is only just beginning to emerge. From the outside, it was just another suburban home in Pondok Aren. But inside, police say a horrifying crime was unfolding. A couple has been arrested for allegedly kidnapping and holding 3 men captive, and the details emerging from the investigation are only getting stranger.
The investigation began after 3 men, now safe, managed to escape the residence and alert the authorities, claiming they had been held against their will for days. Police in South Tangerang quickly moved in, arresting a husband and wife who live at the home. Investigators are still working to piece together a motive, trying to understand how the victims were lured to the house in the first place. But the most bewildering detail to surface is the discovery of an official police vehicle parked at the property. This has raised serious questions and viewed speculation about the suspect methods and potential connections. Was the vehicle used to impersonate law enforcement to gain the victim's trust? Or does it suggest a more complex network is involved? Neighbors have expressed their shock, stating they never suspected any criminal activity at their quiet home. The presence of that official vehicle is now a central focus for investigators as they dig deeper into this disturbing case. From Pondok Aren, the Media Publikasi News team reporting for WhatsApp News.
This isn't a straightforward kidnapping case. The details just don't add up yet. The key question for investigators is the origin of that police vehicle. Proving how the suspects acquired it will be crucial to understanding the full scope of their operation. It will determine whether this was an isolated act by two individuals or if they had help from someone with official connections. For the community, it's a chilling reminder that danger can hide in plain sight. A quiet neighborhood is now the center of the disturbing mystery. As police question the couple in custody, a community waits for answers, hoping to understand the darkness that was hiding just next door. A deadly confrontation in Bandung Barat, captured in dramatic cell phone videos, has sent shockwaves through the local community. What reportedly began as a dispute over a debt with an alleged loan shark finally escalated, leaving one person dead and a community in mourning.
The incident erupted in a residential area where witnesses say a group of residents confronted a man they identified as a predatory lender. Tensions over what were described as extortionate debts allegedly boiled over, spilling from a private dispute into public violence. The chaotic brawl, involving multiple people, ended tragically. By the time police arrived, one individual was found with critical injuries and was later pronounced dead at the local hospital. An investigation is now underway as authorities work to identify everyone involved and determine the precise sequence of events that led to fatality. This violent case has cast a harsh spotlight on the pervasive issue of illegal lending and the desperation it can fuel. Community activities are now renewing their calls for a crackdown on loan sharks and for greater financial protections for vulnerable citizens who often feel they have nowhere else to turn, sometimes with devastating consequences. From Bandung Barat, the Media Publikasi News team reporting for WhatsApp News.
This tragic event is a symptom of a much larger problem. It's about what happens when vulnerable people trap in cycles of debt, are pushed to the brink by unregulated and often ruthless lenders. While the police investigate the specific acts of violence, the broader challenge for authorities is to dismantle these predatory networks. This requires not only law enforcement action, but also providing safe, accessible credit alternatives so that communities are no longer at the mercy of loan sharks. A life has been lost, and community is left to grapple with the fallout. This incident serves as a grim reminder that the true cost of predatory debt is sometimes paid not just with money, but with violence. When we return, the spotlight turns to accountability. We will track two separate cases of alleged corruption that reach into the highest levels of business and government. You won't want to miss it.
Wih, kami ada kelas presenter dan berita di Manu Project Pro Indonesia. Nah, disinilah suara kalian dilatih dan kepercayaan diri kalian bentuk. Mulai dari breathing sampai Q&R. Orang ini lagi make upan ini weh. Nah, tengoklah hasilnya nanti ya kan. Kalau ini namanya teleprompter. Jadi presenter tuh nanti bacanya dari sini. Ini mic. Orang ini lagi setel-setel mic lah biar ada suaranya. Kalau ini lighting. Jadi muka presenter tuh nggak pala gelap kali, tersorot dia ya kan, kena lampu. Tengoklah nih di belakang nih. Yang di belakang ini namanya program director. Orang inilah yang ngerekam berita. Kalau nggak ada orang ini, nggak jalan lah berita. Nggak ada, ya kan?
Oke, standby. 3, 2, 1, cue.
Nah, kalian tengoklah, mentornya pun kru newsroom profesional, bukan kaleng-kaleng, ya kan, Tor?
Iya dong.
Gimana, mentor? Aman?
Aman.
Oke, lanjut ya, Tor.
Oke.
Ya, ini udah benar belum?
Ini diisi ya di file name-nya, jangan lupa.
Oke.
Oke, ini udah bisa lanjut.
Kayaknya kalau misalnya kayak gini. Nah, tiap modul ada proyek nyata, weh. Mulai dari VO berita sampai mock live. Jadi portofolio bu kalian pun terbentuk. Nah, kalian tengoklah ini. Kawan-kawannya pun saling mendukung. Tapi ingat, weh. Nah, standar newsroom tetap berjalan. Pokoknya, weh, memang tempat kami inilah yang mantap untuk mengasah presenter dan anchor skill. Kalian tengoklah, weh, cek jadwalnya tuh. Batch terbaru kami. Ada yang untuk pemula, sampai yang udah siap untuk siaran. Ayo mari kita lihat siaran kita ini, weh. Gimana teman-teman? Aman siaran?
Aman.
Oke, aman-aman. Lanjut ya. Oke.
Jadi deh, ini namanya siaran loopingan. Loopingan itu video yang sudah di-cut. Ini listingnya ada video-video yang sudah di-cut. Nah, di sini di siaran itu, ini ada bagian grafisnya. Ini ada running text.
Gas lah, weh. Tunggu apa lagi? Daftarkan diri kalian sekarang juga di Manu Project Pro Indonesia. Kami tunggu kedatangan kalian ya, weh.
Welcome back. We continue tonight with stories of broken trust, from a widening infrastructure scandal to a high-profile arrest that has shaken a regional government agency to its core. A major corruption scandal in the nation's road infrastructure sector is widening tonight. The Commissioner of the National Road Authority has come forward, revealing that a high-profile suspect not only acting alone, and that illegal fees were allegedly paid to a network of individuals.
The case, which initially centered on a single suspect, Topan Ginting, has now taken a dramatic turn. According to the commissioner's testimony, Ginting was just one part of a larger scheme. Several other officials and insiders are now accused of taking kickbacks from contractors in exchange for guaranteeing them lucrative road construction projects. This revelation suggests a deep-rooted system of corruption that could impact the integrity of infrastructure development nationwide. Evidence submitted in court reportedly details a sophisticated pay-to-play operation where procurement processes were manipulated to favor politically connected contractors. Investigators are now expanding their probe, looking at both public officials and private sector players who may have been complicit. The scandal has sparked public outrage, as it now appears that systemic fraud, rather than action of one rogue individual, has been plaguing the system for years. As more names come to light, the country is watching to see just how high this conspiracy goes. From Jakarta, the Media Publikasi News team reporting for WhatsApp Today.
What we are witnessing is the potential collapse of a house of cards. This is no longer about one person's greed, it's about a systemic failure. The critical question now is not just who took the money, but who built the system that allowed it to happen. For prosecutors, the challenge will be to follow the money trail all the way to the top and ensure that everyone involved, no matter how powerful, is held accountable. As investigators pull on the street, the entire fabric of corruption within the infrastructure sector could unravel. The case against one man has now become a reckoning for many. A high-profile corruption investigation has culminated in a major arrest in Medan. The former head of the National Land Agency for North Sumatra, Askani, has been detained on charges that he orchestrated a massive embezzlement scheme involving illegal land deals.
The arrest of Askani follows a months-long investigations into what prosecutors describe as a sophisticated corruption ring. He is accused of abusing his powerful position to accept bribes and embezzle millions of dollars from land sales proceeds under his authority. The investigation has already led to the seizure of bank records, property documents, and a number of high-value assets allegedly purchased with illicit funds. Sources close to the investigation allege that Ascani manipulated land titles and illegally diverted public funds for his own personal enrichment. His detention comes after sustained pressure from anti-corruption watchdogs, who have long advocated for greater transparency and accountability within the land agency, a body that holds immense power over public and private resources. The public is now demanding to know if he had accomplices within the system who enabled the scheme to operate for so long. From Medan, the Media Publikasi News Team reporting for What's Up Today.
This case cuts to the heart of public trust. The National Land Agency is a gatekeeper of one of the country's most valuable assets, land. When the trust is broken, the consequences are far-reaching, affecting everything from public infrastructure to individual property rights. A thorough investigation must now not only prosecute Ascani, but also identify and fix the systematic loopholes and allow this alleged corruption to flourish in the first place. With the former chief now in custody, the investigation is far from over. The question on everyone's mind is how many others were involved, and whether this arrest is just the tip of the iceberg. Coming up next, a cautionary tale for everyone who uses the internet. We'll look at how sophisticated scams are targeting families and exploiting generosity, using the technology to do it. Back in a moment.
Wih, kami ada kelas presenter dan berita di Manu Project Pro Indonesia. Nah, disinilah suara kalian dilatih dan kepercayaan diri kalian bentuk. Mulai dari breathing sampai Q&R. Orang ini lagi make upan ini weh. Nah, tengoklah hasilnya nanti ya kan. Kalau ini namanya teleprompter. Jadi presenter tuh nanti bacanya dari sini. Ini mic. Orang ini lagi setel mic lah biar ada suaranya. Kalau ini lighting. Jadi muka presenter tuh nggak kalah gelap kali, tersorot dia ya kan, kena lampu. Tengoklah nih di belakang nih. Yang di belakang ini namanya program director. Orang inilah yang ngerekam berita. Kalau nggak ada orang ini, nggak jalan lah berita, nggak ada ya kan.
Oke, standby 3, 2, 1, cue.
Nah, kalian tengoklah mentornya pun kru newsroom profesional, bukan kaleng-kaleng, ya kan Tor?
Iya dong.
Gimana mentor? Aman?
Aman.
Oke, lanjut ya Tor.
Oke.
Ya, ini udah benar belum?
Ini diisi ya di file name-nya, jangan lupa.
Oke.
Oke, ini udah bisa lanjut.
Ini kalau misalnya rumahnya gini. Nah, tiap modul ada proyek nyata weh. Mulai dari VO berita sampai mock live. Jadi portofolio bu kalian pun terbentuk. Nah, kalian tengoklah ini. Kawan-kawannya pun saling mendukung. Tapi ingat weh, nah standar newsroom tetap berjalan. Pokoknya weh, memang tempat kami inilah yang mantap untuk mengasah presenter dan anchor skill. Kalian tengoklah weh, cek jadwalnya tuh. Batch terbaru kami, ada yang untuk pemula, sampai yang udah siap untuk siaran. Ayo mari kita lihat siaran kita ini weh. Gimana teman-teman, aman siaran?
Aman.
Oke, aman-aman, lanjut ya. Oke.
Jadi deh, ini namanya siaran loopingan. Loopingan itu video yang sudah di-cut. Ini listingnya ada video-video yang sudah di-cut. Nah, di sini di siaran itu, ini ada bagian grafisnya. Ini ada running text.
Gas lah weh, tunggu apa lagi? Daftarkan diri kalian sekarang juga di Manu Project Pro Indonesia. Kami tunggu kedatangan kalian ya weh.
Welcome back. In our final segment, we turn to the ever-present threat of digital fraud, with two stories that show how scammers are getting more creative and more ruthless in their tactics. A cautionary tale tonight showing that anyone, no matter how prominent, can become a target for fraud. The father of acclaimed actress Ralin Shah has fallen victim to an elaborate online scam, losing nearly $16,000 in a deception orchestrated from behind prison walls.
The family reported that ordeal began with a phone call from a man posing as high-ranking government official who offered to help with business matter. Over a series of conversations, the scammer skillfully built a relationship of trust before requesting a large sum of money be transferred to a specific bank account. The family complied, only to discover later they had been deceived. Authorities have since traced this transaction to an inmate currently serving time at Tanjung Gusta prison in Medan. Police are now working with prison officials to investigate how an inmate was able to operate such a sophisticated scam from within the facility. This case serves as a stark warning about the growing thrift of impersonation fraud, where criminals use position of authority as a powerful tool of persuasion. The Shah family hopes that by sharing their story, they can prevent others from falling for similar schemes. From Medan, the Media Publikasi News team reporting for What's Up Today.
This is a classic case of social engineering, where the real weapon is psychology, not technology. Scammers create a sense of urgency and authority, causing victims to bypass their usual skepticism. The core advice remains the same. Be wary of any unsolicited call, especially one that involves a request for money. Always independently verify the identity of the person you are speaking with through an official public channel before ever making a transaction. It is a simple step that can save you a fortune. This incident is a powerful lesson in vigilance. As authorities work to bring the perpetrator to justice, it underscores the constant need for caution in our increasingly digital world. And finally tonight, a new warning about disturbing trend in online scams. Fraudsters now weaponizing artificial intelligence to create highly convincing fake donation requests, specifically targeting the generosity of religious communities.
A new wave of hoaxes has been circulating online, primarily aimed at Christian donors. These scams use AI to generate realistic audio messages or written appeals that mimic the style and tone of well-known church leaders or religious organizations. The message often tell a compelling but false story of urgent need, prompting kind-hearted individuals to donate, only for their money to be funneled directly to the scammers. This marks a new, deceptive frontier in digital fraud. The sophistication of the AI makes these hoaxes incredibly difficult to spot. Authorities and cybersecurity experts are urging the public to be extra cautious. They advise donating only through official websites or verified channels, and to be highly suspicious of any appeals that create immense pressure or come through unofficial social media or messaging apps. From Jakarta, the Media Publikasi News team reporting for What's Up Today.
What makes this so dangerous is that AI can bypass the usual red flags. It can create flawless grammar and a persuasive, emotional tone that feels genuine. So the new rule of thumb has to be, when in doubt, don't. If you feel moved to give, take an extra minute to open a web browser and find the organization's official, secure donation portal yourself. Never click on a link sent by an unverified source, no matter how convincing it seems. As technology evolves, so to do the tools of deception. This new threats proves that now more than ever, and a healthy dose of skepticism is our best defense. And that is our broadcaster for tonight. From a radioactive emergency in Chikande to a web of corruption and a deceit of stretches from our prisons to the highest offices. We thank you for trusting us. We bring you the stories that matter. If you found our coverage informative, please subscribe and turn on notifications to stay updated with our work. For all of us here at What's Up Today, stay safe and stay informed. Good night.